Good morning. So I'm out here on vacation in Bend, Oregon, and woke up super early because we live 2 time zones to the east and we just got out here. And so I decided to come out here this morning, take a hike, see the sunrise, and it is gorgeous. I'm gonna let you see this. So there's Mount Hood right in the center there. But I wanted to talk with you about why the marketing programs that I did early on as I was in practice, why I didn't like them, why they weren't successful, and then why this 20 calls per week marketing did end up being successful. So the types of marketing that I did in these first few years, they fell into a couple categories. So the first one are things that work, but I couldn't stand. And that basically would be screenings. I did screenings in the front of so many places. So I do them I had like 7 health clubs that I was allowed to go to. I did them in the front of a Sleep Number store. For about 3 years we had a screening at the Valley Junction Farmers Market in my town, and so we'd be down there hot and sweaty every Thursday night. And so I just got my fill of screenings, and I'll tell you, screenings in just random places, screenings at a home show, they work. Statistically, in any group of 100 people, a certain amount of people have back pain and know they need to find a chiropractor, and it just takes finding somebody that's good enough and that's talking to them. A certain amount of people have neck pain, and then a certain amount of people get that wellness message that we wish that everybody did get. So screenings work. The thing that I couldn't stand about them, they're super time and labor intensive. I mean, they felt like they sucked my soul. And then it was also just frustrating. I mean, I know you should just get over your ego when you're in one of these jobs, but I mean, I didn't go to school for 7 years to have a DER in front of my name. I wanted to have a doctor. I wanted people to respect me. And so the screenings just don't do that. The second type of marketing that I did were things that worked a little bit or didn't work at all, and they were very expensive. And that would be most of the other types of marketing and advertising. I had hired one of the top consulting companies in chiropractic, and I had a personal coach, and I gave them $36,000 to give me marketing and business advice. And so I tried to take their advice. I did image building fundraisers. I did Google AdWords marketing. I did BNI. I did Rotary. I did newspaper inserts, and I did radio. I tried to do all those types of marketing, but ultimately I would spend money and I would spend time and I would get a patient here or there, but overall, you know, for my time and my money invested, they just plain didn't work. And so those were very frustrating as well. The reasons they didn't work comes down to trust and beliefs. So as far as trust, there's not a radio ad that can make people trust you. There's not a newspaper insert that can build the type of trust that happens when you talk to somebody face to face, or a friend recommends that another person come and see you. And so I'd spend all this money and I couldn't make people trust. In a way, I'd say, I joke that the paid advertising that I did, the main thing I got out of it was a complex that secretly I might be hideously ugly and not realize it, because it was so unproductive for the money that I spent. And I would think that I came up with this brilliant campaign and I would get hardly anybody. So I'm like, God, maybe I'm just so ugly, and that's the problem. Then you got beliefs. The beliefs of our society are that if there's a problem, just take some medicine. And those are built in there. And so I think as chiropractors, we think if we can write something down just so that we can get people to change their views on how health works. You know, you want to record a quick Facebook skit and people will listen to it and it'll change their views on how health works. But oh man, these beliefs in our society they're so bad. We all agree on that. I mean, things need to change. The health of our society is just going down the crapper. But those beliefs are so strong that just trust medicine, just wait until your body's completely falling apart, and then the doctor will give you some medicine that'll get you through whatever starts to hurt. And by and large, I mean, I haven't personally had success creating a Facebook video that changes people's health paradigm and that builds trust. And you know, if you're able to do that, that's great. I mean, I'd love any advertising or any marketing that just brings people in and gets your return on investment works. And so if you find something like that, or if you're handsome or beautiful enough that you could make a Facebook campaign work and bring in a steady stream of clients, by all means do that. But in my experience, I didn't get great results with those types of marketing. When I finally got started with this 20 calls per week style marketing, just calling companies, getting into their lunch and learns, getting into their health fairs, I found a program that worked and that I enjoyed. And so let's talk about why 20 calls per week marketing works. So in this program, we truly just pick up the phone and cold call businesses that we don't have any relationship with. A lot of times we don't have a patient coming into us from those companies, but we explain to them that we'd love to come in and do a lunch and learn or come to their health fair. Well, when you get to their actual health fair or you get to do a lunch and learn, everybody in the room would assume that somebody in their office has come in and seen you as a patient and that they think that you're awesome. And so as a result, you get a much more likely chance of having these people come in. You don't have to do as much of a sales job, and they just say, you know, this guy, somebody thinks that this guy's awesome. So yeah, I do have some back pain. Yeah, I do have some neck pain. Oh man, he talked about how my digestion might go better. Or oh, he shared that story about people's blood pressure lowering through chiropractic, you know, and somebody here thinks he's amazing. And so that's one of the things, is that when you get invited to these companies, everybody assumes that somebody thinks you're awesome. And that's huge at helping you bring more people into your office. The second thing that works is that you get to choose the demographics of these people and the location. So you pick a company that's 2 miles down the road, and let's say it's an insurance company. We've got lots of insurance companies in our town. You know that all these people have great insurance. There's not very much of a barrier to these people coming in. I mean, they could swing by at the end of their day. We have people that have these HRA plans, so they've got $3,000 sitting in this account, and they wanna, if they have a problem or if they get that wellness focus, they're like, yeah, let's use some of that money to get my body working better. We gotta stop and just look this way again. This is beautiful. So Pilot Butte in Bend, Oregon is really amazing. Let's see, let's get it framed right. That's awesome. Okay, I just gotta stop and admire it because this is my first time coming out this Pilot Butte, and so I have to enjoy it a bit, even though I'm super excited about sharing this program with you. The third reason that 20 calls per week marketing works is that, especially if you do a lunch and learn, you have 30 minutes to educate these people. We know that a lunch and learn, similar to the dinners with the docs that a lot of doctors will do, you get a chance to truly break down their belief system and build it back up with something new, and that's a powerful thing. The fourth reason that 20 calls per week marketing works is that in the scheme of advertising is where I would say you have to actually pay for something. It's not just a free thing, but it is cheap. I'll teach you in this program how to get your cost per person down to between $5 and $10 a person for a lunch and learn. And those people are ones that have opted in. They're interested in what you have to offer. Maybe some of them are interested in the food, but again, you get a chance to educate them about how their body works, about how health works. And so you only spend money, other than paying your staff to make the calls, on people that you have this huge chance to influence and to educate about how their body works. And then the final thing I just love about this program is that I love it, that it's sustainable. I feel proud to go in and give a lunch and learn. I feel like a great doctor to stand up in front of those people and educate them about how their body works. I feel like I'm changing lives, and I don't feel like a schmuck standing in a farmer's market. I don't feel like just a total goober that's standing in front of a Sleep Number store. I mean, that type of marketing, the screenings, I couldn't stand, but 20 calls per week marketing is awesome. And man, this view is awesome as well. And so I'm so excited for you to learn more about 20 calls per week marketing. And I'm excited to give you the power and the skills, or give you the knowledge and the skills that you can put this program in place for yourself, and you can become a bigger advocate for the chiropractic profession and for people's wellness in general. So I want to take you might be new in practice, or your practice is just barely moving along, and I want to get you to this point where you feel like you're standing on top of a mountain, like I am right now. So I'll take you around and we'll look at some of these top sites, but let's see here. Let's get this to look right. So there we got Mount Hood and Mount Adams. So gorgeous. So I'm excited for you to learn more, and I really would love to be a part of your team, helping you have success in your practice and helping you change your community for the better. So thanks for listening and spending this beautiful morning with me.